have gathered here for the launch of the book Naturally Wild Ladakh and opening of second edition of solo photograph exhibition. We talk about the Naturally Wild Ladakh, a book by Mr. Tashi, is a nature and a wildlife photographer who takes photographs, immense pride in showcasing Ladakh's flora and fauna. Naturally Wild Ladakh, his book, has been put together after years of effort and exploration around Ladakh. Not only does this book offer readers a journey into Ladakh's flora, but also inspires the young generation to learn and admire the species around us that makes Ladakh unique and very special. And not about only his book, the photographs exhibit here will be showcased today. Our author today, Mr. Tashi Lonchay, he has put lots of efforts exploring Ladakh. He has been decades of efforts he has taken up to publish this book and taken photographs for this.
Now, I found while going through these some omissions in a manner of speaking. Perhaps some of them may even be extinct. So I have made a list of this, and for your consideration, if you can add these also to this, it may become more comprehensive. Now, some of these are, one is, I would have expected a photograph of a dong, wild yak. If you can add this from Changthang area, perhaps it could be one of the contributions to knowledge of Ladakhis. Then I think Farah is one wild dog, Farah. I found the Farah missing in this. If you can also have a photograph of Farah from somewhere, or maybe in future you can add this to this. Farah used to be very common once upon a time, but now either it's extinct. Chilling area, you may still find this. Then otter, Chusham. Chusham used to be very common when we were young. They used to be in this water fishing, but now either it's extinct or it's not very frequently seen. Then similarly in birds, for example, the weaver bird, used to be very common in places like Nemo. They would weave their nests and then sing really, as if someone is blowing an instrument. Weaver bird, I don't know what we used to call it, Serimario. Golden bird. Then I think the conservation of wild animals in Ladakh, I think one of the most successful stories of Ladakh conservation has been almost perfect.
First ever attempt by an author to talk about the real issues. This is the crux of the matter. This is our identity. Nature is our identity. We are children of mountains and nature. We don't come from sea, we come from mountains. And our identity is linked with this nature around us, these mountains, these beautiful birds, flora, fauna. The most important aspect of the ecology was La Lu. I think the La and Lu was an interpretation of ecology or environment around yourself. So when you want to build a house, he or she is conscious about the Lus, which is the living creatures beneath and above the earth. That was a very simple way of understanding Ladakhi environment and nature and ecosystem. And disturbing that, for example, water was very sacred, And I remember, if you dirty water, my grandmother used to tell me, you will be born as lizard in the next life. You are at the age of 1 or 2, when you are told that you will be born as lizard in the next life, or you will have a lot of skin diseases if you dirty water, a child is scared. But by the time you understand that your grandparent has cheated on you, your habits have changed already. At the age of 12, your habit is already, that you don't dirty water. But actually, this is one way of communicating, of getting awareness about the nature. That's a very, I wouldn't say cultural way of, today you have social media, Facebook, Twitter. So I think you can bring a lot of awareness through social media. Means of communications have changed.
I've been to the interior parts of the wilderness of Ladakh, spent a lot of time with these animals, and I'm really happy that now Tashi and several other people have come up with this tremendous passion for nature and wildlife in Ladakh, which is very important at this particular stage to raise awareness among the people of Ladakh, not among outsiders, of course for outsiders, but among the
that's the women salvation Lena Mamsa Pongi, last suggestion as Lapshik top. The Nasoli Chanto Chop and Detani, Yemulujan, Tobajan, Gender Nurbu, Shinjina, Kilimajaman, Mana Putung Susla, Goman, that mountain man is Verano. There's a name, Homunma, Hasbaj to plan. In a large say, Semshan in Skola. In it is an Goma radio station in Mamapek is called Lazar Pin, Bacom Molara. What teaching at this Pera with Taxan in Turapa. Resemtion, there can go Goma of Tezan. They work with us. That is a Gaman, but you meet Tumala. Resemtion there can go. Masuma in a 6 Toramidua. You just don't talk on Matanlos, Sopping Sosuki, Yabachana. This would do signify La City goes up your Japan. The Changme Sangalada. 초덕네 청매 마담 청매 쇼스나 마담 청매 쇼스 라닥스 바이기 출자 근데 라닥시 중무에서라 차나요 감비자스데 나가람로 하는 순직이 팔라 잡으시지요 등아 기쇼 게 디체시노 저간고 드림마 소대전 농데링 나땅 청매 피아스팔 나남 세스페라 데죽스 초라라 कि ngataang lang tuwi ki ngataang lang bigi Ladakh si stair goni fia chana yo dinji nong juk bia chachir mani changme fia ngataang changme fia spal mang mams ini te fia ngataang changme chakdap chiksan